Genetic limitations. Do genetics play a role? Or is it just a lazy man's excuse for why they're not in shape? Genetics, what we're talking about here is genetics. The genetics of somebody to build muscle mass. You are limited to your genetic structure. What you're born with. Does that matter? Fuck no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1.
Hear them say, practice makes perfect, like commentary, and they fail to go succeed. It's the belief that supremacy exists. There's so many examples in the Olympics, never able to see the common man with the odds against them, overcoming what people want from their acting. And probably he even did it. But there he stands victorious and a role model to all of us. Oh my God, you would be
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Number 2.
Just a telltale sign that goes over and goes over to that dream of the reality. Why not believe it? What's the other option? There is no other option. It's a life of God in that. In the empty world, if I go to the audition, I have a fucking chance of getting the part. If I don't go to the audition, I'm at the game. I know the outcome. Not me.
2,
Show up.
4,
If you get knocked in your ass, show up.
7,
At least you have a possibility, a chance. You have a voice of doing something with your fucking life.
don't play with me. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Blah, blah. Number 4. I want some more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Number 5. We had to go live.
Genetic limitations. Do genetics play a role? Or is it just a lazy man's excuse for why they're not in shape? Genetics, what we're talking about here is genetics. The genetics of somebody to build muscle mass. You are limited to your genetic structure. What you're born with.
1, 2,
Does that matter?
4, 5, 6, 7,
Fuck no, it
8,
doesn't matter.
9, 10, number 11.
That's anyone you're here with. I guarantee you, if you say it, you'll hear them say, practice makes perfect. They comment out, and they fail to go to sleep. It's the belief that supremacy exists. There's so many examples in the Olympics, and every day we see the common man with the odds against them, overcoming what people thought would never happen. And probably he even think it. But there he stands victorious and a role model to all of us. Oh my God, you are being before he was in. You us. What God did there was in and every drop of sweat that came out, and every pain and everything else was just a no sign. Why not believe in it? Option. There is no other option. So I forgot in the acting world. If I go to the audition, I have a fucking chance of getting the part. If I don't go to the audition, I'm out of the game. I know the outcome. Nothing. Show up. If you get knocked in your ass, show up. At least you have a possibility, you have a chance. You have a voice of doing something with your fucking life. Believe that supremacy exists. Believe it within you. Because every motherfucker that has ever achieved it had to believe it when everyone else said it wasn't possible. They said it fucking was. And there they stand. Boom, bitch. Your turn. This day changes. Every day forward is a better day. No longer are we on second lines. And society trying to raise it that we are average. Average is a mentality. We must believe it so much so that we're arrogant about it. We must be pissed off at excellence. I want to go to the mindset of who you guys are, what you guys really want to be. That's where I'll start. This right here this right, we go through the workout, huge benefits, huge success. There's a mindset, and everything starts with that. So here's a message, guys. I want you to think about it. As you go through this destruction of what you thought is all you can be, whether your potential, whatever it can be, it's only go so far. You're always so good. We're going to destroy that, like fucking Armageddon. Destroy that shit. What I want to fucking express right here is you're going through these sets, and you feel that burn, that pain, and you're at whatever rep, you know, it's 7 to a stop, or it's like to 9. I want you to think about this, guys. The eulogy. What are they going to say? And your death, your funeral, one of your friends, but family members, stand up as people, they have the life you live. What are they going to say? They're going to talk about family. They're going to talk about something of your ability to go on living and still as high in other people. When you hear that, your legacy is what you're talking about. That's what we know today. When you want to push everything else, yes, you have to walk the much. You need to higher ground. There is no path to industry. They don't go through the fucking super. You can say this. As a boy, you're pushing the pain out. You're trying to get rid. That's where it all matters, man. Like eulogy for us being followers. Even though you won't be there. It's just the values we ever have. As it is today, right now, what we do. This is all. Destroy this belief, and you can only be so far. We're encouraging the unknown belief inside you guys that everyone has. It's easy to go to. That belief, the way tsunami, and going over what you thought the world could be. It's the evidence of so many people with far less power than you, far less ability, and achieve far greater than you, because they had the missing element belief. Armageddon today, we're destroying that belief. We're going to get our life right now. We're going to get that eulogy. We're going to speak. We don't live forever. Our legacy is. We're going to make sure that's solid. I think it's a weird fucking world somebody else. Fuck them. You think I even noticed that? You think I give a shit about it? You know, no, I'm here for my own reason. I believe where I'm going. In here provides a betterment for me, a purpose for me being here. They don't exist. I don't alter my mission ahead. No one fucks with me. Because I don't allow them to. They don't pay my bill. That's not giving any value. It's got to be that way. It's got to be unconditionally focused. Now, we're not here this. When I say commitment and belief, it has to be unparalleled. It's either you're in or you're out. What that means is that you are in and you believe in yourself. No one can change that. The weak motherfuckers of the world are committed when everything's in a perfect set. But as soon as things get hard, they start having doubts. Why are the doubts? Not because of failing, because of people saying something, getting value to these third-party people. That's if they're going to help you. No one's going to help you. No one's ever going to help you guys. You've got to help yourself. And I hate to say this, you can't trust anyone but yourself. You never trust yourself when you help yourself. You never trust yourself. You start to put someone else's energy and the equation success in your individual path. You'll be sad for mistaken. What comes from that path? Better yourself, believe in yourself. No one on anyone else's opinion, voice, actions to dictate what's going on. There's a further long path to you, and the closer you get to the end goal possible. Fucking, this is your life, man. Fucking him was a fucking passion.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
That's me value. For me to spend my hard-earned money into something, there must be some fucking value. You get the fucking money. Just harder to train, that's our company. Users understand that. You're willing to pay those payments of sacrifice, due diligence, sweat equity on a daily basis and get a down payment today because the future investment tomorrow is so brilliant. No longer you live the same person. You're changing your life. You're becoming that person. Do payments of this shit. The sweat equity. You own that. No one paid you a fucking
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 19.
Because you stood for something. Your character. You walked what you talked. And you said, that fucker is now motherfucker inspiration. It's who you are. It's hard to put effort in to create greatness. It's hard to put the effort in to create greatness. But it's a lot harder to accept the reality. In any transformation, it'll always get worse before it gets better.
1, 2,
But getting worse,
4, 5,
that's what you gotta fall in love.
7, 8.
Because that right there is tangible. You touch, feel, see progress.
Let's get this money.
Where you're going on this transformation, if it's something personal, and you can't beat that, how the fuck are you supposed to be subjective? Well, you can't control the input and the output. And the kid, I'm going to do the work, I see results. In life, it doesn't always work that way. You put the work, and you don't always get the results. It's subjective. You can't control all the factors that are in that equation. It takes a little more strength to pursue that endeavor. And if you can't change yourself in your own surroundings, you're putting yourself at a serious disadvantage of thinking you can do it in the surroundings of others. That should not scare you, that should excite you. Because that's what life is. It's always moving. There's no fixed course of action. You go through one path, you learn from it, you evaluate it, your ups and your downs, everything's a positive. Even the failure, you see the shortcomings to improve that with your efforts, to make the universal picture of who you are better. You're on the path of change. You're on the path that is going to lead to someone that you want to be. If it was so easy and everything else, you're on the wrong path. That should just wake you up every day. Yes. I'm doing something right. I'm on the right path. Go into these endeavors, these transformations, knowing it's going to get worse before it gets better. Accept that. Welcome that. Just search for that. Because those are the challenges that creates the betterment of who it is at the end. Without those struggles, those pressure plates of life, then there is no molding of the character of who you are into that person. In life, if you want to be remembered, you gotta earn that shit. Good enough can never be acceptable. It's gotta be great. There's a saying, they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's a bullshit saying. That ideology is like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. My terminology is that if the current system is workable, but it could be better, then the system you're currently on is as good as broken. You're talking about a transformation, a change for the betterment. Where you currently are, what you are doing in your life, is either one, unacceptable to you, or now forced to change. Because if you stay on that path, the current path you're on, right around the corner is the biggest nightmare coming to reality. Your fear is about to slap you in the face if you don't get off the current beaten path you're on. And it's hard. The fire inside that kept you going and kept pushing you to initiate that course of action is now being tested. Fucking expected, my friend. It's supposed to be that way. It's not supposed to be an easy sail of life. No change for the betterment ever is.
3, 4,
That's the reason you want to change, right? That's the reason probably you're looking at where you currently are, why you want to go into this transformation. Where you currently are, something that's no longer acceptable to your terms.
I fucking do, baby.
Dude, I want to get there too. I want to do this too. I want more out of my life. I want to make something in my life, right? So that's the ideology that starts the process. You have to have an overwhelming force of want and need, a belief inside yourself that you believe in this. And once that happens, combined with the ideology of where you can be, the end state goal, once that's solidified, then you move forward without ever looking back. When you're moving forward, you're moving to that kind of good is. That person that you want to be, you must already be a leader. You must believe it before you embark on that journey. If you don't, what will happen is the old you, the one you're trying to change from, the old subliminal thought processes will arise and start to take over you as the wear and tear begins, as the struggle starts to build up, as the task at hand becomes overwhelming, as the days become weeks and months with still no resolve yet, still going through the work in progress. As that continues to happen, you must have something greater that overrides all that despair to make it through. How do you do that? You shoulder the weakness. Sideline that motherfucker. Create something for the hard work. Most people sit back and they war game it forever. They have all these dreams of what they're going to do. All the talk, the gander, with no fucking action. Saying they're going to do this, they're going to do that, they're going to do that. When do you start to do it? My question. The value of life, the lessons of life, these building blocks happen with action along the journey. Prior to starting the journey, you decide you're going to do it for the right reasons, and then you get going. You get into it, and you figure it out along the way. You don't sit there at the starting block, wargaming it, thinking of every situation and how I do that. You sit there spinning in circles like a fucking Looney Tune. You get going, and you figure it out along the way. When you fall down, you get your ass back up, and you keep going. Most people are sit around and go, wow, could do that, and I'll wait for this to do it, and wait for that to do it, and when this happens, then I can do this, and when I can do this, and I'll complete this first, and once that's done, then I'll do this and complete that, and that goes to complete that. It doesn't work that way, guys. Life isn't a book with multiple chapters. It's an overlapping experience, and everything is just a segue into another. Get rid of all these weaknesses, accept the journey at hand, knowing it's going to be tremendous. But with tremendous effort comes tremendous reward. It's a worthy cause. You're on right now. You gotta tell me what it is. I think that's a mistake too. You should tell everybody what it is. Let everybody know what's weak about you. Because that's not who you are anymore. Just by saying it. It's right that you're publicly saying, I'm better than this. I want to move on. I'm not scared of this. This thing is no longer going to be a handicap for me. I'm no longer going to be a servant of it. I'm not going to be the victim anymore. I'm going to identify the problem solve, fix it. Whatever it takes, and override it. When you do that, not only are you a better man, a person, but you have the belief and confidence that what the fuck's next? What else can I overcome? And the answer answer that question is anything. Anything. If you sit back and you coordinate it, and you're not moving forward, and you start thinking, all right, how am I going to do it? Hesitation comes. With hesitation comes fear, failure. What happens if I do fail? Right now it's good enough. I hope this is good.
Yeah. Okay. I'm working out. Are y'all heading home? Okay. I'll see y'all when you get here. I gotta keep working out. All right. Bye.
Let's try and fail to figure out some weaknesses. Fuck what they think! Fuck what they think! They're seeing what the truth is. You are weak. You did fail. That's not a problem. That's not a negative. It's identified. It can be fixed. It's never identified, never fixed. Once identified, worked on, then mastered. Moving on to the next thing. You push past the pain. Behind the pain is a pride. And why is pain temporary? Only when pride is presented. Because that feels amazing. That's what you remember. You don't remember the pain. You only remember the pain and you never get to the pride. You remember the pain forever. Forever. Not temporary. Fucking forever. And don't think it's just this journey. It's forever. Because this journey right here, when you feel the pain, will rob you of doing any other fucking journey. Because you don't want to feel anything. You don't want to feel the dismay, the internal fucking negativity, or you will rob yourself of achieving any more paths. You will sell your most valuable asset in a heartbeat to the highest bidder because you know you are worth it and you are worth so much fucking more. And the more you push past that fucking pain to feel the exhilaration of what that pain really delivers, then you find the value to it. And then you start to know who the fuck you are. And doing so, you figure out what life's about. I want you guys to think about what your dreams are, what your goals are. You know, I say this a lot, people far less impotent than you, far less talented than you, genetics, whatever else, have achieved far more. Why? Because they have the perseverance and drive, and they have the ability to show up. They have the ability to challenge themselves on an average Monday or Tuesday. To build the confidence to succeed on a Sunday or Saturday when the crowd was there. No one walks into the arena with their hand raised. No one invents or succeeds on the first time. You know, the things in life that are most valuable, most desired upon, are things you can't buy, but every motherfucker can earn if they want them bad enough. Do you? You know you can do it. You're standing in your fucking way. And why don't you stop being that guy, that girl, when you for once believe in the person you always knew you could be? Just fucking become it. There's a lot of different ways to death. But it's a multiplier, guys. Let's first talk about the fact that you can't control it. Break this fear of death up. The first thing you have to understand, you can't control it. Get your ego out of the equation. You cannot control this. Death is inevitable. It's above you. Stop trying to control it. Just like in your life, you have dreams and you have fears. Which one are you giving the most time to? Which day at 5 to 10 when you wake up, which one are you living? Your fears or your dreams? You're living one or the other. If you're really honest, you're probably giving too much of your attention to your fears. The preservation of the inevitable. You can't control it. Release it. Release it. You can't control it. And when you can't control it and you release that, it allows you the time and the clarity to put its effort into what you can control, which is making most of the time we have right the fuck now. The other thing that fears people about death is that it is a permanent situation. There is no going back. There is no reversing the clock, trying to make it right. It is done. You took the test, your grade stands. You can't take a retest. That's it, man. And it scares people because they're not ready for it. That's all that. Why does death scare you? Because you get one chance. It's the only thing I know besides birth. And you only get one chance to do it in your life. One opportunity. There's nothing else you get to do only once. Death. To do it right, you do it right by living a life to the fullest. Then when death comes, you've done it. You're okay with it. It's only fearful if you still haven't done what you want to do. And time's up. Or you didn't see your story. Or you let that person know what you mean. Time's up on their life. And you can sit here and regret. Lesson learned. Reapply. Failure. We fail. Learn from it. Next time we're stronger for it. So you don't make that mistake again to someone else you love. You learn from that experience. Multiply in your life that you have right now. Yes, that's gone in one aspect. But now alive in other aspects. What scares you about death is that you're not ready for it because you haven't done the fucking work yet. Haven't paid your dues. Haven't become the person you want to be. What the fuck are you waiting for? I might not have tomorrow. You know, there's some things I wish I could go back and do a little better. But I did the best of my ability with my intellect at that time, or my education, what I knew. Obviously, as you get older, you get smarter, more intelligent, more savvy of social studies, business operations and stuff. But I made the best choice I could at the time. That's who I was. That created that failure or that default. I learned from it, created me more strong, capable now. We don't learn success, guys. Success, we don't learn shit. We only learn failure. How we came up short, how we see the gap. We're reading on where we want to go. Let's talk about death, guys. There are so many forms of death. I'm going to start to try to change your perspective on death real fast. Death. Obviously, there's life death, right? There's a day death. That's nighttime to morning, morning to evening, evening to night. There's a seasonality death, where it's spring, summer, fall, winter dies, new birth. There's a death when I cut my hedges. Cutting life off, that stimulates a new growth, new prosperity of life. Stronger forward, Darwinism effect of it all. That the strong survives, if one dies, the other one learns from it. It's the same process. Our life is the same metaphor in all of these measures. There's also death in our lives. We're studying, going to school, college, right? There's a death there once we graduate, and then a birth into the business world. You meet a girl, you're single, you meet a girl, there's a death of single life. They go into a relationship life. That relationship starts to work out. You guys get married. Honeymoon phase, right? There's a death to that when you start a family, now you have a kid. There's a death in the birth. But all these deaths and stuff, even running a marathon, there's a training module we don't think you can do it. You sort of grow and get stronger, you learn so much about yourself, and then you cross that finish line. There's a death to the journey that taught you so much you're so proud of. There's a birth of possibilities, because once you you didn't think you could do it. You applied hard work, and you did your due diligence, and then you did it. That was a birthday. You know what? What else am I holding myself back for? What are these other fears? Let me face them. I'm capable. You know, I'm not in a self-paralysis state. The bungee jumping story I told you guys. The girl's freaked out on the edge. She doesn't want to go. Fear says to itself, well, I can't. We push her off. She falls back in horror, comes back up with life. Killing the fear. Let go of the end state. That we're going to die. It's done. We just don't know when it's going to happen. Let's get motivated. Be ready for that day. But the thing is, with all these death examples I've given you, from graduations, running marathons, getting into a relationship, getting married, starting a family, they're considered positive, not negative. Positive. Because yes, you're studying hard, you're graduating from school. Now, information absorbed, taking into the next chapter, the business world, applying what we've learned. Loving somebody, having a family with them, throwing that family together. Yes, the single life going down and pouring and everything else, and fucking wherever you want, or just have the time available to take vacations, and not having a babysitter. That's all wrong. Look at betterment. I'm not married, I don't have kids, but my sister does. She said that's the best part of her life coming home seeing the kids. Nothing sweet as ever brings. She didn't give up what she thought was cool. Single life, control, and everything else, time and freedom. She gave all that up. That's it. They killed that. For the purpose of it, that's just how people live more than you ever imagine. But in life, the death, it's so scary because it's the end. It's the end. It's no more. That's bullshit. What do you mean there's no more? If there's no more, then what are we doing our life for? That's like going to school, guys. Starting to be a lawyer, doing all this work, diligence, right? Passing the ball, and then never going to the world, never applying what we learned. With every death, there's a birth. I don't shit what you think. I don't talk about religion, I don't talk about politics, sexuality. I think they're all on an individual basis. But there is a spirituality that I don't give a shit what you think if you don't believe there's an afterlife. Then why are we here? The law of mortality, the law of warriors, the law of nature, the common. No one applauds C.S.shhhh. When you're a Christian, no one applauds the guy in the military. No one applauds the guy who runs from the fight. No one applauds the guy who steals from his neighbor. There's a universal code there, right? Of what's right and wrong, the law of that. What is that? Why are we giving that? Why are we giving that? Because there's something else. You don't believe it. Because it gives value to your life, accountability to your life. Just like when you're going to have you're going to run a marathon, right? 90 days. You get 90 days to get ready for it. So you train and make today accountable. Because you're getting ready for the inevitable coming. It's coming. Every day you're fighting for it, it's coming. Then when it comes, there is no marathon. What is that? No, it's a fucking marathon. And you run it. You graduate college. There's a fucking job market out there. We know that. We don't know what's after life because no human has really ever been on the shit what human said. No one can definitively universally answer that question of life after death. I choose to believe it because it empowers my life. It's accountability of what the fuck today means. It's gotta be there. I'm not talking about which movie you love and worship everything else. There is a day after this. When we graduate life, there is a job market we go to. And we are accountable when no one's watching. There's a higher power judging us, keeping us correct. That's what the law of nature is, right and wrong. And no one ever instilled with us. I never took a class was right and wrong. It's been from the birth of mankind is this right and wrong law. It's always been there. It's an intelligent making into us. You don't see that in a fucking tree or a stone or something, do we know? You can't tell me that that's something afterwards. If there is anything afterwards, success. There's studying for the better part of the leader. There's accountability today. It's also a celebration. When you graduate college, big celebration. Moving forward. That's what that is, a celebration. If you've done it right and you pass your classes, you get a degree.
2, 3.
You do it right in life.
5.
You help your neighbor. Treat others how you want to be treated. These universal laws that no government created.
35.
You do it right. You pass on to something else. I don't know what it is, but I'm fucking excited to find out what it is. It gives me peace of this life. Even if it doesn't exist, why would you not have it exist? I'd rather think it's alive and believe it and be wrong than to think it never existed. Because it makes my life accountable. It makes it more fulfilling. It makes it more rich. It makes it worth living.
There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what the fuck you're doing. You can't just fucking quit. Remember this. This isn't a hobby. It's in a fucking joke. It's a fucking lifestyle. So what you say to yourself is important. There's no fucking coach. There's no trainer to keep you going. It's only you. So think about this. You've been working your whole life to get a fucking seat at the table. The seat at the table is going to be the best amongst all the best people in your fucking career field. So you finally get that letter. It's steak, lobster, it's a big dinner. Everybody's showing up, dressed to the nines. Make sure you soaking wet from fucking getting after it, working out hard. Towel on your neck. You respect the event. So make sure you put that towel or that nice chair so you don't fuck it up. The whole thing is this. Don't say a word. Stay uncommon amongst uncommon people. You're never done. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Stay hard. Never forget to train your fucking mind. In life, a lot of us work our fucking ass off, trying to get to a better place. A place that makes us feel better about ourselves. Some people want to do ultra races. They're starting to PR during training. Some people want to be a lawyer or a medical student. So they're taking these practice tests and they're fucking crushing the practice test. But guess what happens? Once you get to the actual fucking event, your mind isn't ready. Your mind's not prepared. You've been studying. You've been training. You've been working out, but your mind's not prepared. Story for you. When I was 19 years old, I was going through the Air Force trying to be a pararescueman. I was doing push-ups, sit-ups, swimming. I was doing all this shit, knocking out the park. One of the best in the class. But the second a fucking obstacle got in my fucking way, I wasn't prepared for it mentally. I was a beast. All I was doing was I was training a bigger, stronger, faster quitter. You gotta train your fucking mind for all obstacles that might get in your way. Stay hard. One thing I found out in life is if you want to get better, do the shit that no one else wants to do. Do the shit that no one else is even thinking about doing. Do the shit that people think is fucking stupid. It makes no sense. All you're doing is getting better. I tell you right now, one of the things you can do, get outside of that zone. That zone is that zone that makes you feel good. The stronger your mind's going to get. It starts getting used to doing shit like this. It's not fun. My mind's used to it. When I was in Ranger school, my squad got spot checked. The Ranger instructor was looking for 3 items. One of my guys didn't have the items. The whole squad got smoked. The RI was sitting there smoking us. And the more he smoked us, the more my squad looked around looking for someone to motivate them. The Ranger instructor shouted out, "I want to bury you motherfuckers." So I saw that my squad needed some extra motivation. So I said, "Ain't no grave that can hold us down, motherfucker. Ain't no grave that can hold us down." Right now in life, your family's looking for that one guy right now. They're looking for that one guy who's strong, who's that pillar for the family in hard times. Make sure they look around. They look around and find you. These are the times right now for you to step up. Be that guy that can take anything. Stay hard. All right, everybody, you see me smiling? Why? Because it kind of sucks out here in New York City. They're expecting some big blizzard to come in, so I was kind of praying to the snow gods for the worst weather to come in, because while in worse weather, we get better. I'm kind of happy, but I was hoping it'd be a lot worse. I'm going to do a nice little run today. And no, I'm not thinking it's warm and it's 70. I like to live in reality. It sucks. It's about 7 inches of snow, and I'm extremely ecstatic right now. Pain is just a feeling. You see this happiness? Why? Because it sucks. That's why I'm so happy right now. Merry Christmas. So another year is come and gone. And a lot of us are in the same fucking place we were last year. What the fuck are you waiting on? We sleep 1/3 of our fucking lives. And we think we can take fucking days off. We think we have the right to sit back and give ourselves fucking options on which way we're gonna go in life. Am I gonna run today? Am I gonna work out today? Well, it's Christmas. It's New Year's. It's my birthday. Do you think time gives a fuck that it's Christmas, that it's New Year's, that it's your birthday? You give yourself too many fucking options. Let me tell you one thing. Time is running out. You keep on sitting around wondering what the fuck you want to do. You're just gonna run out of time. So make sure you do one thing. Stop following the fucking crowd. That may take time off, but you can't afford to. Stay hard. The most important conversation you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. You wake up with it, you walk around with it, you go to bed with it. Eventually you act on it, whether it be good or bad. There's haters everywhere in this world. Jealous bitches, people trying to get in your head. The one thing you gotta understand is this, they're trying to infiltrate your mind. What a lot of boxers do to get away from distractions is they go away before a big fight. A lot of us can't do that. We have to be able to live amongst distractions and be undistracted. Stay in your own mind. Don't let them own yours. Well, on a hike in the middle of nowhere, out in the woods, you look up and you see a tree out in the distance. You see a dog tied to that tree. You can tell by looking at it, it's a domesticated dog. As you get closer to it, you want to unchain the dog and save it. But as you get close to it, the dog is angry. The dog hasn't eaten in days. So his mentality's changed. The dog has become a fucking savage. In life, it's important for us to stay hungry. That hunger changes your mentality. You go from being domesticated to being a savage. Make sure you're on that fucking seat at the table. When the devil goes to bed at night, make sure he checks under the bed for you. Stay home. This is the 40%. When you quit, your mind says we're done. So it doesn't expand. There's no expansion when you quit. When you say, fuck you, this sucks, I'm drowning, I'm miserable, I'm suffering, I'm broken, but I'm not going anywhere. What happens to your mind is it does this. It says, fuck, he's not leaving. So we gotta expand. We gotta grow. We gotta figure this fucking thing out. So then these compartments in your brain start to have, they have to work. They have to work. And then you start to engage parts of your mind that you never engaged before. But you can't engage it by sitting back in these nice chairs, drinking this nice water, talking to you, talking about what I want to do. That's where the 40% thing comes in. It comes in when you're in suffer mode and you say, I'm not going to quit. We have so many tools to put in our arsenal to strengthen our minds, to put those calluses on our minds for when we need them. So one of those great tools is positive self-talk. Positive self-talk works well, but you gotta put the word behind it. It's gotta be the truth. Positive self-talk has to be the truth. So let's say you're taking a test, hard test in college, but you haven't studied, but you have a positive mindset, your positive self-talk going into it. Chances are you're gonna fail that test. Positive self-talk doesn't work unless you put the work behind it. It's only bullshit. Put the work behind your positive self-talk. This morning I woke up with a slack jaw, poopy pants mentality. I've been traveling an awful lot, kind of wore down a little bit. I believe in taking days off. I think days off are real important for recovery and all that stuff. But I don't believe in taking days off because your mentality is just feeling sorry for yourself. I deserve this, I've earned that mentality. And that's what I was saying to myself. Today's self-talk was horrible. So we all have one voice. And that one voice is very powerful. It says, hey, you've earned this, you deserve this, take time off, all that stuff. Start developing the other voice that fights that voice. When it's not a designated day off, I don't care if it's running, swimming, biking, studying. If it's not a day off, don't take a day off. And start developing that voice that fights the weaker voice. So remember that. We all have one voice working the other voice also. How you develop mental toughness is becoming hard. How you become hard is doing shit that you don't want to do. So most people live in this nice, comfortable place that makes them feel really good. The temperature of the house is 72 degrees. They get a refrigerator full of food. Everything is great. And they always ask, how do I become hard? You sure as fuck don't become hard by living that way. You have to take yourself out of your comfort zone and bury yourself in something that makes you feel so horrible that you have to see how your mind's thinking in that horrible situation and overcome it while you're in shit. That's what makes a human being hard. I get one question a lot. When will I ever be satisfied? I'm very happy, but I'm not satisfied. I've accomplished a lot in my life, and I'm very proud of that. But I won't be, you know what? I run past a cemetery a lot at home. And I run past a cemetery, it saddens me because there's a lot of people there, not because they're dead, because of untapped potential. A lot of us die never tapping into our full potential. And I often look at wash rags and I'll bring them out and hang them up as my soul. And I won't be satisfied until every drop of that wash rag, which is my soul, is completely run out. So in my life,
43.
I won't be satisfied until everything I have in me is completely out of me. And that's when I'll be satisfied. Another early morning, you're probably thinking, I have so many videos of me putting my shoes on early in the morning. Well, the videos are all very different if you really think about it. Every morning, every day of our lives, we have choices to make. You get a choice to stay in bed, to say, forget it, I'm not going to work out today, or forget it, I'm not going to work hard today. You always have a choice every single day of your life. So it's a very different video because yesterday I made a choice to get up early and run, but today's another day. Today's another day that I'm faced with another choice to make. So I'm making the choice again to put my shoes on early in the morning and get active again. So make the right decision. I just had an intense conversation about managing your expectations, how people need to manage their expectations, and about tripling down on your strengths and don't worry about your weaknesses. If anybody out there knows who I am, I totally disagree with all of that crap. I think it's crap, and that's exactly how the people in the world become weaker people. It's by capping your brain. It's by putting this kind of garbage in it about not attacking what you're not good at. It's about putting a cap on managing your expectations. If I lived that way, if I had any kind of thought process like managing expectations, I would be a 400-pound man by now, working some job that made no money, and I would never know my capabilities. So I'm out here in Eugene, Oregon. Just got through training with Cameron Haynes. If you don't know him, make sure you look him up. We did a 50K yesterday. A lot of people ask me about, how do you train for ultra marathons? The big thing is you got to put some big runs in, followed by some medium runs. Yesterday did a 50K. My legs were all beat down, along with me tired, feel like shit. But guess what? I know, how about days off? one day, but not today. If you're training for a nice big race, get your legs all tired, mucked up, jacked up, where your mind and body say, I don't want to fucking do shit anymore, and guess what you do? You go out and get some more miles in. So yesterday, I did a 50K. Today we'll do a nice 15-miler, nice and easy. Legs feel like shit, and that's how they're gonna feel at mile 60 and 70 of a 100-mile race. Get after it, like I said, not today, get after it. So I'm getting ready to board my plane yesterday, and this NFL football player comes up to me. He goes, guys, can I ask you a question? How do you keep that dog mentality? I said, let me ask you a question. When you were younger, what did you want to be? He said, an NFL football player. But once I got there, I lost that dog mentality. He had a finish line in his brain. Guess what? A true dog mentality, I'm a dog at home. I can feed that motherfucker all day long. He never gets full. It's not enough you made to the NFL. Be the fucking MVP. It's not enough you made a 5K. Win a 10K. It's not enough you became a doctor. Be a better doctor. It's not enough you lost 50 pounds. Go out there and do something with it. Guess what? It's 109 out here, but guess what? It's not enough. Stay hard. So I just got back from a long run, and what I realized for myself, with a lot of people, is that life is one big tug of war between mediocrity and trying to find your best self. So there's tricks to all this crap in life. Life is one big headache. One trick in this situation is, so I didn't want to run, so what did I do? I figured out a couple of things. You have to sometimes let mediocrity think that you're giving into it. So I said, you know what, instead of going for a 20-miler, so go out for an easy 6 or 7. What that did to my brain was it said, okay, mediocrity thought it won. So let loose a little bit and let go of that, oh, it's gonna suck. This could be okay, it's not too bad. The second you get to mile 2, guess what happens? Greatness pulls mediocrity in the fucking mud. Get out there and get after it. This is all about the quitting mind. So what's the quitting mind? So let's say it's day 1 of a job interview. We all know what that fucking shit feels like. You have your clothes laid out. You got your fucking food ready to go in the morning. You've been preparing for weeks and weeks and weeks. You show up and you bring your best self. You get the fucking job. Merry fucking Christmas. All right. After a couple months, you start showing up to work a little later. You don't look as good. Your clothes aren't fucking laid out. Your breakfast isn't ready. Your mind's getting softer. We do that shit with everything in life. When New Year's coming up, guess what? Don't have a fucking quitting mind. Repetition every day. Stay hard.
10, 46.
If you pan it down here, you see it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. There's not a car or a person in sight. If you pan over here, it's the same thing. Not a car or a person in sight. People want to know where I find my strength at, where I get my strength. I get it from a lot of places, but right now, this morning, I'm getting it from, there's not a motherfucker that's up. There's not a car, there's not a person. Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday. Hate it's a Monday. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality.
47.
You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the fuck after it every daggone day. Stay hard. So this guy just passed me. He said, guys, just be average today. Some of you just don't understand. Some of you have been average for so damn long, you don't know what it is to do hard work. But there's a lot of you out there who want to be much more than average, but just don't know how to do it every single day, the grind. You need to find someone to oil those fucking gears up. So check it out. This is a mindset. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But there's a motherfucker out there who wants what you have, who wants the position you are, who wants the job you have, who wants the wife that you have, or the husband. There's someone out there hungry and wants everything you fucking have. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But if it is, it's gonna be your ass. So make that a motivation for you. Stay hard. When I was going through Ranger School, we had to do a lot of spot checks. A spot check is basically, we don't have time to get all your gear laid out to make sure you have all your shit. So a spot check is maybe go check out 2 items. Maybe making sure you have your extra batteries, extra ammo, whatever it may be. The whole idea of a spot check is to make sure that you're staying squared away. Because you don't know what kind of item they're going to check on. So how does that apply to your life? This is how it applies. You want to make sure you spot check yourself, make sure you stay dialed in at all times. It's also important to check, spot check your boys, your girls. Make sure that they're staying hard. Call them up in the middle of the night. People call and say, hey, tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we're going to fucking get after it. Make sure they're staying dialed in.
Well, at that time of year again, we start to feel real happy. Why? Because we're not going to work. If you believe in Santa Claus and you celebrate Christmas, you're looking forward to Santa Claus coming on the chimney giving you some presents. It's a real good time of year. So in that good time of year, we start to feel real good about ourselves. So I start to feel great. So we start making promises to ourselves about, hey, I'm going to lose some weight. I'm going to do better in school. I'm going to be better here, be better there. But guess what happens? The real Merry fucking Christmas happens when all of that noise is gone. It's quiet. And it's you against you. And now all those endorphins are gone. I promise you made by getting up early and getting after it to go lose weight, study harder. Guess what? It's a lot fucking harder now. That repetition becomes a lot harder now. So a lot of us can't do things on our own. So find somebody in your life. So when you throw that towel in, they throw that motherfucker back at you and say you're not fucking done yet. Stay true to yourself, stay hard.
So there's a lot of pockets of weakness nowadays. And we try to fill those pockets with lies. I did it for many years. So I'm out here in Colorado for a conference. And I go to the gym and this trainer calls me to talk to this group of people he's training. He says, hey man, what are you doing out here? So I tell him, he said, what kind of workouts are you doing? I said, one workout I'm doing, I'm climbing up this mountain, 3,000 feet, 3 miles. Because I do that every day. So the next day, I'm out looking for him. Didn't see him. A couple days later, looking for him. Didn't see him. So here I am on the mountain again, climbing it.
Number 50.
There's a gondola, it takes you up, takes you down. I'm going up it. I see a gondola, I'm about 5 minutes from the top. I look up at the gondola, I see him, face pressed up against the window, looking at me, our eyes meet. It's called a look. When you take a motherfucker's soul, don't talk about it. Be about it. Practice what you preach. Stay hard. As you all know, it's a hot motherfucker. Nice heat wave. Mother Nature's a pissed off motherfucker, but guess what? So am I. So who gives a fuck? Today I was running, and this guy passes me in the car. It's about 100 degrees out here, 70% humidity. And the guy comes back around and looks at me. He pulls his car by me and says, why the fuck are you out here? I said, because you're not. Sometimes your motivation needs to be because no one else wants to fucking do it. We need doctors. We need fucking lawyers. We need dentists. We need teachers. We also need fucking savages. This message I do is not for fucking everybody. So I want to see that soft bullshit about, do you have sunscreen on? This message is dangerous. It's too hot. I'm not asking you to fucking be like me. Do you? Stay hard. So I got a great question today. The question was, I'm working my ass off, but I'm not seeing results. What we do is we go on social media, and that shit poisons us. We have all these fit models that we're taking these snapshots of. Snapshot of these great legs, great ass. If you're a guy, big arms, big shoulders, big chest, all this bullshit. Take that little snapshot. We start working our ass off for weeks, for months. We don't see results, so we get all pissed off. Those results are there. But what you've done is you take that little snapshot and you're not seeing the results of that fucking fitness model, that person you want to be. Half of us don't even have it in our bodies to look like that. So what you want to do is take a mental snapshot of how you looked before and where you're at now. That's what you want to do about it. Compare yourself against yourself. Don't get poisoned by bullshit. Stay hard. When I was going through training, they carry these heavy ass boats on their heads. We had 6 people carrying these boats. The heaviest part of the boat was in the front. Some of you were born into hell. Some of you are just in hell. Life is hard. It's kicking your ass. There's a tactic in wildland firefight. That when the fire is coming at you, and there's no escape route, it's a risky maneuver. But you start a fire around you. That fire around you starts to kill off and burn off all those fuels. It creates a black around you. The black means you can't get burned the fuck over. Some of you all out there need to create a fire with the side of your fucking ass and get the fuck out of hell. Stay hard.
The most important step we're ever taking in life is our next one. A lot of us get our feet stuck in concrete. We get our feet stuck in concrete because we're afraid to make enemies. We're afraid to speak what's on our mind. We're afraid of being in that group of people. And when you walk away, we're afraid of what they might say behind your back. All that fear clouds your brain, clouds your thinking. One thing in life, you're gonna always have haters. Embrace them. If you can walk on fucking water, trust me, your haters are saying you can walk on water because you can't fucking swim. Learn one thing, shut the fucking noise out. Embrace the fact that people don't like you. It means you're doing something right. Stay hard. Stay in the fight.
So the weaker people would always look to the very back of the boat. The back of the boat is where the boat would barely be touching your head. We had a name for it. We call it ducking boat. A lot of people put their head down, crouch under it, so that boat wouldn't be breaking your fucking neck. A lot of people in life out here are riding the back of the boat. They're ducking that fucking weight. They're part of a team, but you're the weakest person in that team, and everybody knows you're ducking the boat. You don't want that boat to touch your head. You don't want to hurt your neck. But you want to be part of the team, but you don't do any fucking work. In life, it's important to not always draft. Sometimes you gotta lead and block the fucking win. Stay hard. So I've been grinding lately. Had to go back to the fucking lab. Readjusting shit in my brain. Put a lot of miles in.
10.
Every day. Running over 20 miles a day. Getting up early. Going to bed early. Eating the right shit. This last week, started taking a toll on me. I usually don't think too much. Get my shoes on, head the fuck out. I've been thinking a lot. That internal voice has been talking to me. Talking about, oh man, you're tired. Looking at my shoes about 30 minutes before I put the motherfuckers on. Pushing back the time that I go out to go run. So I decided to tape record myself. That internal voice I put on tape. Sounds like a straight bitch when I listen to that motherfucker. So if you ever have a hard time out there, tape yourself. Listen to what kind of bitch you're being. Stay hard.
Always be ready. You never know when your next challenge is coming out of the blue. A lot of people need to have that special event that's down the road that gets them motivated to get ready for the next challenge. I'm telling you right now, every day life presents the next challenge. Google David Goggins sit-up competition. I'm coming out of my hotel room. This guy's coming out of his. I'm going to dinner with my girl. This guy challenged me to a sit-up right in the middle of the damn fucking hotel hallway. The next one, 350-pound offensive lineman. I'm minding my business at a speaking gig. Challenged me to a damn arm wrestling competition. Today, I'm minding my business doing pull-ups. Sitting here doing pull-ups. 5, 6, 7, 8 on the minute. This guy wants to jump in. We get to 30 minutes. He looks at me, thinks we're almost done. We get to an hour. He says to me, how many can you do? I say, one more than you. Always fucking be ready in life. Stay hard.
I get a lot of questions. People asking me for help. So I asked them, what have you done to help yourself? Most of them say, I've been working hard. I'm all about being your own fucking hero. But I'm not about kissing your ass. In life, a lot of us believe that we're working much harder than we actually are. We think if we fucking got up early for 4 days, we earned something. You gotta drop your entitled mindset. It's dead weight. We believe we work harder than we actually have. Trust me, most of us have it. The one thing in life you gotta realize is this. Learn to help yourself. Don't count on other people to help you. Stay hard.
This is Google Pixel 9a with
They didn't have the confidence, which again is the greatest term. That's you get the kid, not the body. Yeah, the body's great, but with that, you got that body by every day you get your all or something because you feel it's going for it, right? And then you achieve this physique. And I'm like, man, if I can just see work ethic, see anything, I'm gonna be successful. When opportunity does come, you're through the gates. You're going at it. You're not waiting for someone to support you in that there. You're going for it. And as you go for it, you stumble a few times. You get back up. I think that's what important. Refacing the failures that you get in a stronger form. And it's more of a high, man. You try something that you fail first, and then you back research and you study your failures and constant to see where to reapply that more efficiently. And then you reapply that same challenge, and then you're successful. It's one of the secret highs in life. And it'll never go wrong. It never will fill you that sense of that way. Your friends won't like that. Because as you start to rise up, like my neighbor, that fucker, with a billboard and shit when I'm coming home. He doesn't like me Johnny home all swollen up, feel above the light and anything else. As he's sitting there trying to grab a coffee and a dog this morning, blanket or something. He's bitching about this and that. And I'm coming home with father. He doesn't like that. Because he sees a differential of the man he could have been and the man he is. So they're healing you for that. Look at that as a form of respect. Look at it as like they're basically saying, man, good job. But I don't have nuts to say it to you, so I'm going to disguise and copy in a way that's, we're doing it crazy. Learn that language code there, man. And then anybody that is a negative asset to your life, don't need them, man. Get around positive people. All right, that was a long answer for a basic question. I rumble, man. Just, so give me another question. Can you wait back down here again? Okay. I got a microphone, all right. Motivation. God, that's the thing, man. I tell you, that's the only thing that's missing out there. That's the only thing that's missing out there. And it's the one thing that this world needs. And I don't care what fear it is. If I'm up here talking about fitness, or Steve Jobs up here talking about the Steve Jobs about the iPad, whatever it is, it's the motivation to inspire the uninspired. We all have that green button inside of us. We all have that potential at work. We all have the same seeds inside that group. It's not like somebody has big seeds or small seeds. We all have these seeds inside of us. They need to be nourished. They need to be ignited. That nourishment usually comes from two aspects: fear and failure. Those two things, my friends, is the fastest way to any kind of change you ever want to become. You want to find out who you are? You want to find out the right path? Face your fears. Your fears is a small window of something created inside. You create that. It's intangible. It's not like, it's not something you just have to feel. You create it. You can destroy it too. It's a parasite. Feeding off the hope. Feeding off the confidence. You created that. If you're at the fork of the road, you don't know which way to go. Face your fears. Work on that path. Once you face your fears, you find out one, they're very small. Not as big as you create. Right behind them, that door you create is a happy person you always wanted to be. Face your fears. Right behind that, you get blessed with confidence. It's total pride that anything's possible. There are no longer problems in the world. They're just situations that you can work to your favor. You feel invincible. You're no longer the servant of life. You are running the day. The day is not running you. You're the master of the ship. It's got to be that way. But you never get that return. That's going to return back to you until you can grab your nuts and be fucking, I don't care what happens. I'm going to face it. If I fall, I'm going to fall forward. You got to have that mentality. Second place, or you guys play baseball, baseball, sports, well, no? You guys play soccer, that's it, right? I don't have any metaphors of soccer. Anyway, baseball, you get on first base, and people can steal, But you got it, like, I'm safe on first base, I'm on first base, I can't get out, right? I can't score either on first base. I've got to come off the bag looking for second place. I might get picked off. It's in that danger zone, man. It's scary, man. Your anxiety's still, there's pressure, the anticipation it's the best part of life. That's when you really live it. Yeah, living, sitting back, drinking some wine, looking at your past achievements, that's dead, man. That's great, that's who you were. That's what made you who you are. But where are you going? Where are you living in the past? Success is a very dangerous road, guys. Success. Because it's a double-edged sword. When you first get it, right? Put the sword in, it feels great, you achieve this success. Then the worst thing happens. People sit back on a morning for that success. Everyone's kissing their ass and sucking their dick. Yeah, man, you man, yeah, I know that. But were you the man yesterday? What do you say? Are we just looking back at who we used to be? Or are we still that person? The saying that they say, never forget where you came from. That saying is about, don't forget the attitude you had. Don't forget the drive you had that got you to this level. Because you still remember who that is. Where we are right now is not the end, but just the intermission of where we can still go. Success is dangerous because when you first get it, you define it. You keep birth to it. It exists because of who you are. Then later on, you get a little weak, you get a little dark, you get a little lazy, right? We sit back, and we allow that point to flip over. And then we become defined by that success. Meaning, that's not right. Ella, where the hell have you been, Loca?
I brought you something. It's a little crazy.
Wow. You shouldn't have.
Michelob Ultra Zero. Zero alcohol. Ultra smooth taste. Just 29 calories.
Oh, that's great right there, man. You did this. And later it's like, he's that champion. You understand that difference right there? One is moving forward and achieving. The other one has stopped achieving and is just living off capacity. How do you stay motivated? Nah, man, it's much a lot. It's a baseball term for me. You sit there, while the pitch comes in, you swing. You know? Yes, you strike out. You know that feeling, right? That feeling sucks. Then the pitch comes in and you swing and crack it. It's a home run. You know that feeling. Both of the same athletes. One successful, one's not. And it's swinging, that's when the game's on. Fire that game on, you have the opportunity right now to train. And the harder we train, increases the chance of success out here. I love hitting the ball out of the park. That feels so good to me. I hate the feeling good. I think about that right here. And I'm training, we're watching. It's 5 in the morning, it's raining outside, everyone's sleeping. I'm trying to get ahead, not of them, but of my past self. I'm trying to achieve more than what I've done before. I don't use expressions like good enough. Good enough is not good. Good enough is saying, yeah, that's good enough. We don't know if it's enough. We already know because today isn't the day we're getting tested. Later in life, when that pitch comes in and we hit it out of court, then we know that training was good enough or not. And doesn't it suck? We say, yeah, man, it's good enough, good enough, good enough. Now we strike out. Well, we can't go back and change it, can we? So in our training model, if we give it our all here, we never say things like good enough. I ensure tomorrow almost because you give it your all. You do everything there. You give it all here in the gym, in your training, in your studying, in your relationship, then you have the right to demand it. I expect to demand it all out here. But it doesn't have to be the other way around. Motivation is encouragement, just like confidence. And encouragement, you said to where you're losing the point of the gym. You're lifting your biceps, right? And then you're all partying for a week, you lose some of that strength. It doesn't kill these things. It allows you to know well how you live. You live with a fat ass, you look like a fat ass. You train like a champion, you live like a champion. You never know the champion. You stop going in, that's what you're going. You gotta call that down wherever you want. Success. Success, right? And it's gets dangerous, you start to become defined for success. That's what happens with confidence too. You start to do the things that are normal, things that are easy. You start going to the gym and you see workouts every day. You see workouts because they're easy, right? And you go to the gym, you take it, you like this, and all of a sudden I'm not girl that arms, I look good in arms, you know? I look good, I'm gonna impress her. I'm doing that. So we just gave her all this power, didn't we? She owns her ass. She doesn't even know she's walking in there with tits not even hurt, her ass not even hurts, hair not even hurts, and she is making us come off of our system. Where we want to go, we use that's how we're going. But all of a sudden we're so quickly confused for this. It's like, no, don't do that. Don't chase that. Chase your dreams, guys. When you chase your dreams and you stay on track, guess what? You don't need to chase anybody. They come chasing you. Because they will be part of what you're doing. That's called leadership. But you gotta use it to lose it. You can't do the same thing over and over again and expect it to happen. No, don't do that. Don't chase that. Chase your dreams, guys. When you chase your dreams and you stay on track, guess what? You don't need to chase anybody. They come chasing you. Because they will be part of what you're doing. That's called leadership. But you gotta use it to lose it. You can't do the same thing over and over again.
64, Nintendo
You gotta challenge
64.
yourself. You gotta face your failures. You know, failures in life, in the gym, outside the gym. They are report cards with tremendous information and knowledge on how to improve where you are, where you want to go. Right now, you're stuck in the middle. But where you were, where you want to go, you don't know where you're going now. Look at your failures. There's a recipe to success on how to get to the next echelon. But you got it strong enough. You got to go base set. The perception, guys, the truth, that whatever the truth is, underlying everybody here agrees that this is true. That's not as strong as the perception of the individual and how I see that. That's more powerful. You know, if you're in the gym doing something, you believe it. Because you're there for a reason. It's not about it, it's just when. You got that in your head. It's like that. Another question.
Parking lot, Miami Fitness, man. Over in California. 6 a.m. right now. It's cold, too.
Let's go, Jim. Fucking A. Holy shit. That's a new personal record. 650 push-ups. 1 hour, 37 minutes. I'm a big dude. 6'6", 315, 320. Big ass motherfucker. 1 hour, 37 minutes. New personal record. Probably gonna relax for just a minute. Finish cleaning my house. Probably gonna come back for a superset. It's still early. See what time it is. 5:40. That means I got 2.5 hours to finish the superset. It only takes me 1 hour to finish it. It takes me 1 hour and 5 minutes. So we're gonna finish cleaning the house. I got 2.5 hours. Basically about an hour to make my mind up if I want to go for a fourth workout. That'll be a superset. Probably gonna do it. We'll see. See what's going on. I'll be back.